Hello, I'm Kenneth Joy, and welcome to my podcast. Today, I will share to you my thoughts after I watch a documentary that exposing the dark side of social media. The title is The Social Dilemma. It's more disturbing than any other horror film. It really must be on your watch list. Social media is the most famous and most usable media of communication nowadays. People use many social media platforms for their interest. Some use Instagram, Twitter, WhatsApp, Snapchat, and Facebook is the most usable and most popular social media platform today. Almost a quarter of the world's population is now on Facebook. Now, the impact of social media in our society in terms of social trends is that social media can influence consumers' purchase decisions through reviews, referrals, marketing tactics, and advertising. Lots of users spend more time to research product using social media platforms. As social media platforms introduce new features and change their algorithm, social media trends likewise undergo an evolution. Facebook is the one of the example of this. Many branded clothing lines setting up a Facebook page shop that people can browse and buy right on the page. In terms on politics, social media influences our political behaviors, especially in news that spread through social media sites. News use leads to political persuasion. Therefore, the more that people use social media platforms for their news sources, the more their political opinion will be affected. Making poll and survey on social media platforms in Philippines are some of examples that can affect the decision making of the Filipino people. Rappler survey poll for presidential aspirant posted on Facebook recently made noise. Some netizens noticed that there are glaring errors on the poll and made netizens go berserk. Rappler decided to take down and delete the post and apologize and said that they realized it's not what aligned with their objective. Here are the 5 things that I've learned from the film that make me rethink about my internet usage. First, social media can destroy family relations. It could lead distance in a parent-child relationship. As the usage of social media day by day increase, the bonding to their family members become affected because it reducing the real face-to-face communication and interaction. Second, social media is an addictive drug. While we think that Facebook, Instagram, and other social media platforms are just for our entertainment, the business model of these companies is based on keeping us engaged on our screen. Even experts who build all this technology get addicted to it. We have constant urge to connect with people, and vehicles like social media that optimizes these connections get us addicted. Third, social media can manipulate people's views, emotions, and behaviors, and also take over kids' sense of self-worth and identity. It starts to dig deeper down into the brainstem and perceived sense of perfection. Fourth, the effect of social media on mental health, including the rising teen suicide rates, is very alarming. Every family traumatized on what's happening to their kids. The whole new generation now are more fragile, more anxious, more depressed, and they're much less comfortable taking risks. Fifth, social media can spread conspiracy theories and disinformation, fake news. These false conspiracy theories can delude the public. For example, intentional misinformation and hate speech directed toward untargeted person or group of people. Sophocles, one of the most famous and celebrated writers of tragedy play in ancient Greece, states that nothing must enter the life of mortals without a curse. This quote explains that everything has a price, nothing is free. Prepare to suffer the consequences. Just like people, there's a good and bad side of everything. Every creation, invention, or object can be used with good intent or use manipulative agitation or cause harm. It's really up to us if we continue to be controlled by these engines. One key issue in this documentary that I observed and I think worth of analysis and discussion is that the social dilemma points out that many social networks exploit human weaknesses by designing something called positive intermittent reinforcement in mind. Many social media companies succeeded by capturing as much as our attention as they can. However, we can take a few simple precautions to keep ourselves safe on social media. First, think about what you post. Information that is posted online has the potential to be used by someone else. Always use the strongest privacy setting as you can. Check the settings section of your social media platforms and make sure what you're posting can only be seen by your friends. Don't click any recommendations on your notifications. Cutting ties completely in social media is really hard to imagine because we're now living in a modern era that technology advancement make our life and communication easy. I know that technology that connects us also control us. However, I know that we can change for better. Proper usage, self-discipline, and being observative for the facts and truth in social media can reduce the risk of confusions and addictions. Always remember the rules of etiquette. It's the most important aspect of online communication. Think before you click. And that's all for today. 谢谢。